Hi, it's Angela, and I am here with your weekly guidance for the first week of June, June 2nd through to June 8th. Really excited to see what the June vibes are bringing. I know May, there was a lot of anticipation, a lot of wanting um, the energy to shift and the changes to come in. And that certainly has been happening. I think everybody is still waiting for that big wave of energy to come in and to stabilize. So I'm really intrigued to see what's in store in these cards for the first week of June. And again, if you are in the Nova Scotia area, I have two events coming up. June 8th, I'm in Kensingville, Nova Scotia, and June 10th or 14th, I am in Sydney, Nova Scotia. You can head over to my website, angelamcclellan.com, to check out details there. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so this card coming in is a very stationary card, but it is in the sense that you have control here, meaning like you are unable or you are unwilling to make a decision. You need to follow your heart rather than trying to make other people happy, pretending like there's no problems, overanalyzing problems, procrastinating problems. That is not going to fly in the month of June. Okay. And so there is this really strong reminder of you hold the power here. And I know we've been saying this a lot within this year of 2024, but it really feels amplified as I'm sitting in this message. It really does feel amplified in the sense of if you're wanting change, you are the one to step out and to make the change, to start the change, to manifest the change or advocate for the change. And listen to your heart, meaning listen to your intuition, listen to your true self. You may go, "Oh, you know what? I really want a vehicle. I really need to get a new vehicle." But you know what? Like nothing is feeling right now. Trust it. Trust it. Know that you may go, "Oh, my heart's saying September is a better time for that." Awesome. September it is. Continue on. This back and forth and back and forth and back and forth type of energy is really one depleting your energy and not really getting you anywheres. But it's really fueling this mistrust within yourself. And so for some of you, it may be a simplistic decision of like, oh, you know what? I am just going to wait. I'm just going to trust that hunch and I'm going to wait. For others, the decision may be heavier. There may be more weight to it. And that's why, it's really important for you to sit with yourself and to go within and be like, okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Am I in my own way with this? Is my ego triggered? Is my limiting beliefs coming up? Is there dialogue in my head that is fighting against me? Just do a little check-in. Just get really honest with yourself, right? Because we can't change what we can't see. And oftentimes we do have these influences that kind of fly under the radar because we're so used to doubting ourselves, being critical of ourselves, not trusting within ourselves, etc. So it is this feeling of being stuck, but it is within your power. Meaning like the universe is supporting the change moving forward, things are moving forward, but we need to get decisive and we need to get real honest with ourselves and we need to be very practical. There is this feeling of practicality moving forward and being like, it may not be a no forever. It may just be a not right now. And that is okay. And we have to live in that, okay? And accept that and trust that everything that is meant for you is coming in. There is a protection card coming out. It says, protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. This is there seems to be it almost feels like a conversation because I feel like I am expected to communicate, but it feels like I'm being put on the spot. Okay. And so there is this feeling of, and I'm going to say it like this is a universal test, meaning like we may be doing a lot of work on ourselves and we may be talking the talk, and the universe is providing us an opportunity to walk the walk. And there is this feeling, and maybe you've been really working on your boundaries, and maybe you're really working on saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes and then living in resentment, right? However, this is coming in. there is this feeling of being put on the spot, expecting this reply or this response. And this is where they're pausing me because they're showing me that there's two ways that we can go about this. We can do what we have always done, or we can live in and react in alignment with ourselves. Now, some of you that may be speaking your truth, some of you that may be standing in your power, some of you may be choosing peace, right? And so, whatever it is that you've been working on, there is this feeling of this opportunity where in real time, you do have the decision of how am I going to proceed? And really wanting to protect that peace, protect what you have been working on. Okay. And this can be, and for some, maybe the best way forward is no reaction, right? And so it is really unique to each and every one of you because I do see how some of you are going to be reacting because in the past, maybe we leaned on the side of being too passive. Some of us may have been too aggressive or too assertive or too reactive. And we've been working on maybe grounding ourselves. So wherever it is that you're kind of falling on that centered response is the answer. And that's what they mean by protect yourself. Because see, in this card, you can kind of see there's been things thrown at you, coming for you. It could be words, it could be actions, it could be accusations, right? But that you're protecting yourself. And really the feeling is don't get baited. Like that's the feeling that they're having that I keep having coming up, right? And so protecting that peace. That peace means that your roots are dropped and that you're anchored. And no matter what the wind throws at you, you're going to be able to stay aligned with yourself and move forward. That doesn't mean that it's going to be perfection. Sometimes we get triggered, but instead of going we're going to take that breath. We're going to hit that pause button before we respond so that we can respond in the best interest of ourselves. And there's that type of feeling that comes with it. So keep that in mind. Where this is coming in as a 9 as well. This is showing us that this is like an ending of a lesson. And so because it does feel like in the past we would have reacted to it in such a different manner, that's where it feels like it's like this progress test that is coming in this school of life. Okay, there is new emotional experiences and relationships coming in, and they said right across the board. So some of you it's lovers, some of you it's babies, puppies, kittens, soul brothers, soul sisters. It can also be business partners. It can be advice givers, spiritual teachers, that type of thing coming in. It does feel like, whoa, I really needed that. That seems to be the feeling that comes across. And sometimes it can come from a stranger, it can come from a video, it can come from a Facebook post or a TikTok. Some of it is these lifelong relationships that we've been waiting for, that we've been desiring and manifesting. And so again, there really is this feeling of what your heart's been needing and what your heart's been wanting is what is coming in. And it feels like it's mending. And I'll tell you, they keep showing it as like the missing piece to the puzzle. And so if you've kind of been waiting for a sign, or you've been waiting for the change, or you've just been waiting for something to get the momentum going, that is the feeling that comes in along with that message. Okay. There is a little bit of a upset or an inconvenience coming in. It really does feel annoying, so I'm gonna lean more towards the inconvenience. The card itself says a loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' actions. A material loss. Make sure that you are being honest with yourself. So there really is this feeling of it's almost like appointments are getting canceled, or you're showing up a day early or a day late, or you've been really looking forward to something and there's a delay. There's like that type of feelings. Like I definitely feel my ego reacting, but it feels more of a inconvenience, annoyance that's coming in. Okay. And so there does need to be a little bit of a regulation coming in there and focusing on what you love, focusing on the good, focusing on the silver lining. Because even when things are not working out for you, they are working for you. right? And so we do have to shift and to kind of lean into acceptance. Again, really showing me two paths that we can take here. One, we can take this and we can hyper focus on it and we can ruin our day and we can tell everyone to ruin their days and we can really snowball this, maybe even over the weekend. Maybe we'll get 3 or 4 days out of this upset. Or we can go, okay, you know what? That sucks. I'm feeling inconvenienced, but now I have time, space, an opportunity for a new experience. If it was meant to be, it would be whatever it is that we need to say to kind of help us regulate and come down a little bit, okay? Because that is in alignment with the truth. Now, there is a decision that needs to come in. It is directly connected to money. Okay. It says make a choice, stop procrastinating and overanalyzing, get clarity on what you desire and move forward. Too many options. And so sometimes when we're snowballing or sorry brainstorming, or maybe we're asking everyone, what do you think about this, I'm thinking about that, or again, too many options is so overwhelming and can really freeze us and paralyze us. Okay. And so there does need to be kind of the step back and go, okay, let's remove all of the limitations. Let's just get into what is it that I want, what is it that I'm desiring, what is it that I'm lacking that I need to shift, get clarity on it. Okay, well, then how can I have that for myself? How can I bring this in? What feels best for me moving forward? There does need to be a decision to come in here. Okay, because it is connected to money, that's either money coming in or money going out. That's what makes it feel so heated because it's just kicking up all these fears. It's kicking up all these limiting beliefs that go hand in hand with your financial beliefs. Okay, and money beliefs are one of the most triggering topics that humans, have an experience with. Okay. And so it is this sense of needing to get clear on what is it that you want, always checking in with us, always going, okay, is this being reasonable? Right. Am I, and just kind of holding yourself accountable as you're going through the process. And then go, okay, what is holding me back? What is creating this fear? What's creating this indecisivity? Where is this kind of coming from? And it's almost like this sorting yourself out, because right now it's kind of coming in like confuffled, right? And so there is this need to get clear, and the decisions are, look, there's the ego card, which we already mentioned. We know that, right? And the decisions there are again within your power. They just had me go back to the very beginning of this message where it's saying being unwilling or unable to make a decision, and it's you that's in your own way, and that there needs to be that self-awareness and that self-accountability. Then they bring me back, oh, you know what, with this financial decision, this feels heavier than it should, right? Is definitely intertwined with anxiety, and then it's really kicking up that ego, right? The outcome is you standing in your power, you taking control of the situation, getting honest with yourself, and the outcome is celebration, right? And so there is very much the sense of a lot of the problems and a lot of the roadblocks are in between your ears. It's your mind that's overthinking it, telling you falsehoods, repeating hand-me-down beliefs that we picked up along the way. And again, look at your relationship with money. Look at your parents' relationship with money. Look at your partner's relationship with money. All of that really affects our belief systems around money. There does need to be some healing there. You deserve to have the best feeling experience that you can in this life. And that usually includes a little bit of financial security. And yet, so often, as soon as we get a little of abundance, or maybe we're finding our dream house, or maybe we're getting that vehicle that we've been wanting, or maybe we're tucking money over into the savings account, and then all of a sudden we are rolling around in guilt or feeling inferior or feeling unworthy, right? And so this is what is overcasting. And a lot of people who feel unworthy of having abundance will squander it or give it away, or make poor decisions because it's so uncomfortable to have it in the first place. And again, unknowingly of what is happening. And so wherever you fall on that spectrum, there does need to be some self-awareness. And that seems to be a theme right through the entire week. Have your self-awareness. What are you saying to yourself? What are you wanting? Are you blocking yourself with it? Oh, there's going to be potential of a conflict or potential of a reaction that may not be in line with ourselves. Let's use some self awareness. How am I feeling? How am I choosing to react? Am I in control of my reactions? And so, as you're moving through this first week of June, which really does feel like it's foundationary, meaning that we are setting ourselves up, we are now making changes. We are now getting honest with ourselves where we feel like there's a little bit of breathing room, where we've been spending so much of our time and energy surviving and getting through and making it to this week. And next week is going to be better. There is this lightness. There is this feeling of, oh, okay, so now we're being more intentional moving forward. Change is in the air, change is everywhere. This next 6 months, holy moly bagoli, is it ever going to be transformative? But you need to make sure that you're checking in with yourself to make sure that you aren't the one holding yourself back, that you aren't the problem in your equation. And if you are, then we just go, oh, you know what? I see what I'm doing here. I see my cycles. I can see how, let me write a script. Let me write an affirmation. Let me talk it out. Maybe I need to call my therapist. Maybe I need to call my bestie. Maybe I need to journal it out. Maybe I need to roll around in the ground and get some earthing done. Or maybe I need to sage my space or whatever it is. Okay. And get yourself in alignment because I'm telling you, it's going to take off. This month is going to take off. You're going to be hearing me say, oh my God, how are we in July already? Because they're showing me mid second week for until the second week of July is going to be full steam ahead with amazing opportunities that we did not see coming. And so let's get our little duckies in a row. Let's get a little bit of self-awareness. Let's shake off that funk and get ourselves ready to receive what the universe is about to bring in. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily deep dives.